ERIC is a free digital library of education research. It is sponsored by the Institute of Education Sciences in the U.S. Department of Education. ERIC contains more than 1.8 million records representing education research articles, reports, and books. When searching the ERIC Digital Library, using descriptors from the ERIC Thesaurus makes your search more precise by identifying records that are relevant to your research. This video will show you how to use the thesaurus hierarchy of broader and narrower terms to find additional descriptors you can use in your searches. Let's walk through a common search in ERIC to show how using the hierarchy can expand the search. Imagine you are a researcher looking for peer-reviewed research on secondary school students preparing for college. Selecting this record, you see the list of descriptors below the abstract. ERIC assigns the most specific descriptors available to accurately describe the article or document. This descriptor list shows that secondary school students are a main subject of the document. ERIC assigned this term to the record rather than a broader term, such as students, to help specifically describe the focus of the document. But you could use more specific or general descriptors to help find additional relevant research. The ERIC Thesaurus is structured to provide access to those closely related subjects. One way to locate additional descriptors when building a search is to use the hierarchical or parent-child relationships in the thesaurus, known as broader terms and narrower terms. Here you see the broader term students. Broader terms are more generic, representing a subject more comprehensively or an entity as a whole, and they can be used to find research on general topics. Here you see narrower terms. These represent a specific example of a subject, or they can be a single part of a larger entity. They can be used to find research on more specific topics. You can expand your search for additional descriptors by working your way up or down the hierarchy to find even more terms to use in a search. Starting at secondary school students and working your way up through the broader terms, you find students, population groups, and groups. Going back to secondary school students and working your way down through narrower terms, you see high school students and its narrower terms, including the descriptor college-bound students. This term could be used to identify additional resources for the search on secondary school students preparing for college. Here is another example of how you can use the hierarchy to find additional terms to use in your search. Say you are interested in the topic of looping, but want to know if there are other types of instruction grouping methods that could be relevant to your research. If you go to the entry for the broader term grouping instructional purposes, you will see its narrower terms, including looping teachers. You could try searching with any of these narrower terms to help you find additional relevant resources. The ERIC Thesaurus is designed to give researchers several pathways to find useful search terms. Using the hierarchy is an easy way to identify broader and narrower terms related to your research topic and give you access to a wider range of research in ERIC. For more information about ERIC, check out these links.